Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kwadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone. I'd like to give peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity, and unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning, and unto the Bayath, the Dawadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. Sunday evening camp, Lord willing to be edifying unto the body and to the sincere believers and listeners. Okay. So, talking about current events. All right. We heard that, we know that civil war is right around the corner. Okay. There's no denying it anymore. We can already see what's happening. Okay. And it's funny because I was just watching something on social media, how the Venezuelan government have released all their prisoners, and a lot of these prisoners are murderers, gang members, drug traffickers, human traffickers, and rapists, and amongst other things. And they all came here, and they've already taken over certain parts of the cities. Certain parts of Colorado, I think it was Aurora. They've also inhabited parts of Arizona, Texas, Southern California. All right, we are literally in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. Okay, we are in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. Okay, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is turning that knob. He's turning up the heat. Day after day, week after week, month after month, slowly but surely, a process of gradualism. Okay, things are slowly but surely getting worse. Okay? This is not a time to be playing games. This is not a time to be celebrating. This is not a time to be partying. This is not a time to be worrying about reparation, slave reparations. Okay? When are you going to wake up, Jake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, especially you Southern Kingdom, you so-called Negroes, West Indians, which are Jamaicans, and those in that area, and you Haitians. When are you going to realize that this place here in America is not your rest? It is not your fucking rest. Okay? This corporation, because that's what America is. It's not a fucking country. It's a corporation. It's a business. All right? They do not give a shit about you. They never have, and they never will. In fact, let me get that scripture. Because apparently, you have to say it multiple times for Jake to get it. And if you can't get it, then oh well, to hell with him. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10, and it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." Okay? So, there's no point in trying to prosper here. There's no point in trying to get reparations. Okay? There's no point in trying to build something here. This place is slowly but surely dying. It's the fall of an empire. Okay? This business, this corporation is failing. Hell, even the damn heathen can see that more than our own fucking people can. As the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing, the children of this world have become wiser than the children of light. And the children of light, meaning the children of this truth, the children of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, which is us Israelites. Which means the heathen have become wiser than us. They can see what's going on. They can see that there is nothing left here in America. Hell, even the wicked, even the Edomite men can see that there is nothing left here. They're leaving the fucking country and going over there to the east. And another thing too, with the migrants that are flowing into Florida and New York, a lot of businesses have closed down. Starbucks and a few other clothing stores, laundromats, They're just raiding one store at one establishment after another. Even the police are getting attacked. Like, come on, man. Again, Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It is polluted with what? Look at all the shit that's going on. Abomination after abomination. Mass shootings, burglaries, robberies, death. And, like, what is it going to take for you, Jake, to realize that this place was not meant for you to rise and flourish? Okay? You got to learn to let this place go. It is polluted. Because of why? Why? Look who we're under. Esau, Edom. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. A sore destruction. Which means it's going to hurt like hell. It's severe. It's going to be a painful death for a lot of you Israelites out here. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and the speckled bird. Israelite foreigners that are mingled amongst these other nations, that have taken on their customs, their heathenistic ways. But your father's seed line goes back to the nation of Israel. Y'all are under the curses, and a lot of you are going to die. Be unalived. Okay? Now this is verse 11, Micah 2:11. If a man walking in the spirit of falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of this people. Okay? Talking about false prophets, right? And it's a damn shame, because our people will pay more attention to them than the actual prophets that are spitting out truth. No matter how much it hurts, it's still the truth. But they would rather, as the scriptures say, don't prophesy unto us right things, but prophesy unto us smooth things. Right? They want to hear those nice things, those things that make them feel good. Make them feel all good and, good and chummy inside. No. We're going to tell you the truth, the cold, harsh truth. Okay? No matter how, like I said, no matter how offensive, no matter how demeaning, no matter how humiliating it is, we're going to tell you like it is. And if you don't like it, well, too fucking bad. We don't care. So even the false prophet shall prophesy unto this people. And this people is talking about the Israelites. Give us wine and strong drink, talking about that philosophy. And what philosophy? The philosophy of the world. Which is vain. It don't mean nothing. Verse 12, it says, I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Bozrah, as the flock in the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. Okay? So, a remnant. He will gather the remnant of Israel, the 1/3, the elect, the 144,000, and the multitude of men, women, and children. Okay? Put them together as the sheep of Bozrah, as the flock in the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. Okay, that great noise. Okay? The sighing and the crying, out for all the abominations. Okay? So we're in the midst of, gather them together in the midst of Bozrah. Okay? Some of these migrants that are crossing the border right now, some of them are of the elect. Believe it or not. Okay? All the bulk of the tribes are here in the Americas, Canada, North America, Mexico, Central America, the Caribbean islands, the Bahamas, South America, so on and so forth. The bulk of the tribes are here. The rest are scattered all over. Okay? This is going to be This is going to be Micah chapter 3, starting at the top, verse 1. It says, And I said, Hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment? So, are we not to know judgment? After all, the Lord said that we are a peculiar treasure unto him above all people. Okay? We are to know judgment, meaning that we are to know the good from the bad and know the inner workings of things, and by reasoning. Yet the majority of our people don't know judgment. They don't care to know judgment. All they want to do is just have a good time and screw around. They do not care. Verse 2, who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them, and their flesh from off their bones. Okay? So, you know, as the scriptures say, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Okay? The evil in this place is seen as good. Okay? That whole Aleister Crowley spirit, right? Do whatever you want, be all that you can be. A lot of that right there tells you that this society and its ways are completely 100% contrary to this. And and anybody who speaks out against this society, we're seen as being evil. We're seen as being offensive. We're seen as being, racist and a bunch of other stuff. And soon they're going to label us as being, terrorists, because the enemy shall come in like a flood. And who he's all coming after? He's coming after the prophets, the one who are out here on the highways and byways day in and day out, exposing this place for what it is. This place is nothing but garbage, trash. It's been nothing but a fucking lie this entire time. Okay, let's see. All right, let me read verse 2 again. It says, who hate the good, Micah 3 and 2, it says, who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them, and their flesh from off their bones. Verse 3, who also eat the flesh of my people, and flay their skin from off them, and they break their bones, and chop them in pieces, as for the pot, and as flesh within the cauldron. Verse 4, then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves ill in their doings. Okay? So, out of, being in captivity, our people have suffered so much shit, going back from, being alligator bait, these Edomites would take our newborn babies and feed them to alligators. We also have the true meaning of Black Friday, which was nothing more than a slavery auction. Okay? You have what happened to the so-called Native American woman, a woman that was pregnant. These savages, the true savages, which are these so-called white people, they would cut open a pregnant Native American woman's stomach, yank the child out, and strangle it with the umbilical cord. And yet you call Native Americans savage. Because the word Indian means savage. Think about that. Okay? These true savages are the ones that are in rulership right now. And yet, our people are stuck on that Stockholm Syndrome. They love slave master. They want master to make it. They'll do anything master says. But when it comes to their own people, they're ready to just go at each other's throats. But as soon as master's around, they're just obedient as a lovey-dovey puppy dog. And yes, there's been actual cannibalism. that has been done to our people. If I remember correctly, I think it was said that the first president, George Washington, his teeth were the teeth of slaves. Those weren't his real teeth. But, you know, you can look up the history for yourself. Dude. And not only that, but amongst other things too, you know. We've been powerless and helpless against these devils. They made us do things while slavery was more harsh. They made us do things that were, you know, against this. Forced us to do things, you know, that just made us sick to our stomachs, man. And now, you know, we're so demoralized. And that's the problem. When you back up, when you bring out the truth and you back it up with secular history, like legitimate documents, pictures, and all that other stuff, you know, and they still don't believe it, that just goes to show you just how demoralized, being robbed of your self-respect, self-dignity, your esteem, your confidence, your way of life, you know, your mind. At that point, education becomes indoctrination, and that's what it is. Our people are raised into a society and taught in these schools to believe that this is what history is. This is what history says. These schools never tell the truth. All right, Micah 3:5. Thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that make my people err, that bite with their teeth and cry, peace. And he that putteth not in their mouths, they even prepare war against him. Verse 6. Therefore night shall be unto you, that ye shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, that ye shall not divine, or divin, and the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them. Verse 7. Then shall the seers be ashamed, and the diviners confounded. Yea, they shall all cover their lips, for there is no answer to the Most High. No answer of the Most High. So, okay, you prophets that cause our people to, you know, go astray from the truth, man, you got a horrible judgment coming. You really, you say that, oh, God's dealing with me, look at this, look what I got all of this. I'm doing great. God has blessed me. You know, these so-called black preachers, man, these churches, man, the way they act, man, I can't even, when they say they got the Holy Ghost in them and shit, I it's not even funny. It's just more so annoying. It really is. It's just more so annoying and rather cringeworthy to just watch our people just dance around and start jittering and shit. Like that's just, our people are in such a lost state of mind that I Woo. Yeah, the Lord is definitely of long suffering if he has to bear watching his people degrade themselves in such a manner. Oh my gosh. Very patient. And if the Lord is very patient like that, you know, even though he's going to ultimately just destroy them because, you know, because of the false prophets that cause the people to err and the people that are, you know, led astray, they're going to end up getting destroyed too. So it's like, you know what, man? You can't feel sorry for Jake anymore. You can't. Okay? Jake is just gone. The only way we're going to get him back is to just, you know, is that death by pain. Okay? That nuclear destruction, man. Thermonuclear destruction. And all those who are diviners, okay? You're going to be ashamed and confounded. Okay? Talking about, you know, trying to speak with you know, talk to spirits or see spirits or whatnot and this and that. Y'all are done too. Y'all are done. Verse 8, but truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Lord, and of judgment and of might, to declare unto Jacob his transgressions, and to Israel his sins. Okay, verse 9, hear this, I pray you, ye heads of the house of Jacob, and princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment and pervert all equity. Okay, hear, I pray you. Us prophets, man, we're out here, yes, we come off as being harsh, but you know, we pray you, and the word pray means to beg. We are begging you, literally begging you to listen and to turn away from, you know, this perverseness that you got yourself into. Turn away from it. We are literally begging you. We're out here on the highways and byways and on these social media platforms crying out to you like, look, man, stop or you're gonna be destroyed. Okay, we're begging you, Israel, because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is pissed off. Okay, when the Lord brings that judgment, man, that's it. At that point, you just gotta hope and pray that the Lord's with you and that he's gonna protect you from all the shit that's gonna happen. So, you know, we're out here to declare the transgressions of Israel. Okay? And that's, as a matter of fact, let me see where I was at. I'm going to read verse 9 again. It says, hear this, I pray you, ye heads of the house of Jacob, and princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment and pervert all equity. So you abhor, you hate righteousness, and you pervert all equity, man. Verse 10, they build up Zion with blood, and Jerusalem with iniquity. Verse 11, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divin for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord, and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us. So again, man, you false prophets out there, man, what you're doing, man, all you're doing is just making it that much more all you're doing is making it that much more easier and faster for the Lord to put you in the grave. All right, going about this so-called Christianity or Catholicism or whatever the hell these man-made religions are. Okay, and the Lord told us not to follow after the ways of the heathen. Learn not the ways of the heathen. Okay, they're not meant for us. The Lord took us away from that in the first place for a reason. So, you know, you really think you're doing a good thing, but really you're not doing anything good at all. That's why Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is just going to just destroy you. First, he's going to put you to shame, and then he's going to destroy you. You know, like I said, for us hopefuls, we don't feel sorry for any of you. We're not going to shed a single tear, because you guys don't care to listen to us, even though we're doing our damnedest every day to try to help you. So if you don't care, why should we care? Verse 12, Micah 3:12, therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountain of the house as the high place of the forest. Okay, so just like back then, when the nation of Israel went off, we had all of our possessions, our land laid desolate, taken into captivity, became slaves, tributaries to another nation. Jacob's about to find out the hard way, because the Lord is not, he's just gonna say, fuck it, I'm just gonna kill you. So, Jake, for what little time that there is left, you know, you better snap the fuck out of it and stop playing around, because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is not playing with you. He's not playing with anybody. All you people, man, all this mocking and scoffing, all this perverseness in this society, a great humbling is coming. And and Lord willing that, that I'm worthy of mercy and salvation, and that the Lord is going to guide me and keep me away from all you filthy beasts. Because in that day, when all hell breaks loose, that's what's going to be out here. Nothing but beasts. Survival of the fittest. Looking out for number one. Kill or be killed. Take or be taken. That's why the scriptures say, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay? The more and more iniquity increases, the more and more people don't give a shit. Okay? Okay, this is going to be it's going to be same book, Micah. It's going to be chapter 5, and I'm going to start at Micah 5 and 7. It says, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men." Verse 8, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles." And this Gentiles here is talking about the Gentile heathens, the other nations. "In the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver." Verse 9, "Thine hand shall be lift up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off." Verse 10, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy the chariots. Verse 11, "And I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds." Verse 12, "And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers." Verse 13, "Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands." Okay? So, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to lay waste to all the idols. He's going to He's going to lay waste to all the idols, the statues and the graven images made out of wood and stone, or a portrait, or whatever the heck. And no more soothsayers, no more of that divination crap. No more, what do they call those people? Fortune tellers, that basically are palm readers, that can supposedly tell your future, or the psychic readers or whatnot. They're going to be done away with. Okay? They're not going to have no power whatsoever in that day. Hell, they have no power now. They just fucking scam people. Okay? All these people that claim that they're psychics or tarot card readers, nothing but witchcraft. Scammers. Okay? Talk about manifesting your own destiny and shit. Get the fuck out of here. I never believed in that shit. Never have. Even before I came into the truth, I never believed in that psychic tarot card or palm. No. It's a bunch of bullshit. And like I said, the remnant of Jacob is in the midst of the Gentiles. Like a lion among the beasts of the forest, and as a young lion in the flock of sheep. So, Yahweh Shai and his elect men, when the Lord comes back, he's gonna, like I said, he's just gonna level this place with that thermonuclear fire and that laser beam fire from the chariots. Okay, the so-called UFOs. Yeah, you heard me. The so-called UFOs are the chariots of the Most High. Okay, and there's more and more chariot sightings all around Texas, just everywhere. Texas, California, and some other parts of America and other parts of the world. Okay? The elites know what's going on and they know what they are. Okay? Esau Edom is trying to do whatever he can to cover up his own ass. Okay? Trying to cover up his lies with this and that. All right? And here it says here, Micah 5:15. It says, "And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard." So, in fact, let me go to that one scripture here. Book of 1 Peter chapter 4. Slocky, give me a second. Okay, 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. And it says, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?" So, if Israel is the first to get this severe ass whooping, and like it said back in the book of Micah chapter 5, Micah chapter 5, verse 15, "And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard." So, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to bring an absolute hell upon our people, especially our people, because we are the standard of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and what have we been doing as the standard? We've been doing nothing but embarrassing him, putting his name to shame by our conduct, by how we act. Okay? Basically, in a sense, we've been making a fool out of the Most High. That's why he turned his back to us, because he deems us to be filthy, unworthy of him, in which, rightfully so, we are unworthy of him. We don't deserve him at all. Remember, he doesn't need us. We need him. All right, going back to 1 Peter 4:17, it says, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?" Verse 18, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?" Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear, huh? So if the righteous are going to just scarcely be saved, meaning as we see those warheads come crashing down, those, as the scriptures say, those arrows or those stars that are just literally coming down, hitting their target, in that moment, there's going to be a lot of people that are just going to die of a heart attack, shit themselves, piss themselves, so gripped by fear, they're going to give up the ghost right there. And not only that, you're going to, when they hit, them chariots are going to already have the elect beamed up. So, We've been saying it time after time after time. This is not a game. Okay? This is not a fucking game. In fact, let me get Isaiah real quick here. Isaiah 58, verse 1, and it says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins." Okay? That's what we're doing right now. What we've been doing. But you know, Jake out here refuses to hear. He doesn't care. That's why you two-thirds, man. All the mocking and scoffing. Because you've seen and heard the prophets out here. And yet you continue to mock and scoff us. Make fun of us, talk shit about us on social media. Trying to clown us. When all you're doing is clowning yourselves in the sight of the Lord, man. You're literally marking yourself for judgment. For death. That's why I am not gonna feel sorry for any one of you. Not a single one of you. And that's why the scriptures say, and in fact, I'll get it in a second. Let me start back with Isaiah 58 and 1. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins." Verse 2, "Yet they seek me daily, and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness, and forsook not the ordinance of the Most High. They ask of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to the Most High." Verse 3, "Whereof have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast you find pleasure and exact all your labors." Okay? Now, this is talking about those that are sincere about this, that are sincere about this ministry. You know? This is something you don't joke around about. This is the ministry of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and his men and his followers. Okay? This is a serious matter. You don't fast for, vainglory. You don't fast to impress people. You fast for, reasons that are only between you and the Most High. Fast to, afflict your soul for the purpose of, to gain more understanding, more wisdom. And also fasting is good for the body because your body functions, it has a self-cleansing mechanism. Okay, all that time when you put all that food and junk into your body is not only processing that stuff, but it's also cleansing it out, leaving behind no residue. Okay, so during that, look up something called autophagy. Okay, where fasting, going a day or two without food or water, your body is, getting rid of the bad cells and replacing them with good ones. It's like, self-repair. Okay? It's something that everybody should do. And it's been said that, fasting prevents cancer. And I'm not a doctor or anything, or any medical expert, but I'm just telling you this, and you can look it up for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Okay? But, fasting is, not just for, it's also, it builds up your spirit, builds up faith. And it's also a thing for discipline, you know, to not be a glutton. Okay. And so it's here, verse 4, but behold, Isaiah 58:4, but behold, ye fast for strife and debate. See? You fast for strife and debate, for starting arguments, stirring up crap for nothing. And to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high. Okay, so when you fast and pray, man, take that seriously. When you pray to the Lord for this and that, man, and it's a fast, that's something that's between you and him. But, don't do it for, like I said, for vainglory, man, to impress people or to start crap with other people, man. Okay, this is not about, excuse me, Salakia. This is not about competition, okay? This is not about, seeing who's better than the other or seeing who could do right and who can't do right. No. Okay, this is as a body and as sincere believer, this is like a family, a team effort. We're here to build each other up. We're here to, teach one another. We're here to help one another. We're not here to, be against each other. That's not what this is about, okay? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has a body for a reason. It's a family unit, a spiritual family unit, to function like a family. Yeah, we all start off not really knowing each other because we all come from different backgrounds. We had to deal with different shit in our individual lives, but, it's the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that brought us together, okay? That's why the people of this world can't understand this. This is a spiritual thing. This is not a carnal thing. This is spiritual. This is something that's beyond the realm of man. The reason why these people can't see it is because they themselves are not spiritual. They are spiritually discerned. They're not going to get it. And that goes for the 2/3 of our people. Because all they do is just see other of their own people as just what? Niggas? And that's another thing too. Words have power. That's why it's called spelling. They cast a spell. Words affect people in different ways. There's a vibration to everything, man. In the way you speak, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you conduct yourself all around, and how you treat other people. Okay, now where was that? I'm gonna start back at verse 4. Isaiah 58:4, it says, behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high. Verse 5, is it such a fast that I have chosen a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush, and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast, and acceptable to the day of the Lord? An acceptable day to the Lord? No. Verse 6, is not this the fast that I have chosen? To loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke? Okay? You have to understand, everything that's about this ministry is spiritual. Fasting is spiritual. Okay? And, fasting and praying, that's another, the more you do that, the more you can level up. Okay? Like I said, in one of my previous lessons, it's called prerequisites for spiritual power. Okay? I'm pretty sure you all know about that anime called Dragon Ball Z. The guy in the video explains how ki or spiritual energy works. You know, it's determined by energy, courage, and mind. So energy, the spirit, courage, faith, mind, discipline. It's the same concept as what we're doing right now. Spirit, faith, and discipline is how you level, is how, you know, prerequisites to getting that spiritual power. So that right there just goes to show you that the heathens, they know who we are. But the problem is that our own people don't know who they are and whose they are, or what they're really capable of if they came back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in full sincerity and truth. Excuse me. So, you know, by fasting and praying, man, you know, that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai could lift certain burdens off of you. He could, you know, help you clear your mind of whatever's troubling you. He could, you know, man, ask and you shall receive. So shit. Okay, let me see. This is gonna be yeah, there we go. All right, and here's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11, it says, "Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do." Okay? Once again, we are a functional spiritual family unit. So we're here to comfort one another. We're here to, you know, be there whenever a brother or a sister is just down. Okay? We're that good friend that, you know, encourages them through the Spirit. And, you know, sometimes we give them that one kick in the ass to get them back on their feet and get their head out of their ass. You know, tell them, you know, get it together, man. And to edify one another, you know, to enlighten one another, to teach. Okay? This brother over here knows something that this brother doesn't know, and vice versa. We all have something to give. Excuse me. We all have something to give through the Spirit. That's why, you know, the Lord gave us all our, you know, our spiritual gifts. But we're all of the same Spirit, which is, you know, prophesying, edifying one another, and ultimately, you know, we're all the same Spirit, you know, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay? Romans 8:16, I think. You know, the Spirit beareth witness that we are the children of the Most High, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? Once again, this is all spiritual. This is nothing carnal. Okay, verse 12. 1 Thessalonians 5:12. Excuse me. "And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you, and are over you in the Lord, and admonish you." In verse 13, "And to esteem them very highly, in love for their work's sake, and to be at peace among yourselves." So, you know, those that are over you, those that have a position over you in this ministry, you know, give them the respect that they deserve. Okay? Okay, you know, the Lord, the Spirit put them over you for a reason. Okay? It's an order. It is an order. Okay? And, you know, just, excuse me, respect the order. Okay? Respect the order. Okay, there's no need to be, you know, there's no need to be jealous over one another. There's no need for that. because all that's just gonna do is stir up strife, and it's just gonna mess up the whole process. Okay? We're not in this for clout. We're all in this for the same goal: mercy, salvation, approval of the Most High, that we, Lord willing, that we are of His chosen, His elect. Okay? That we were already predestinated from the beginning. Verse 14, 1 Thessalonians 5:14. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient toward all men. Okay? So, warn them that are unruly. Okay? Those that, that lack the order. Okay? Because we have to rebuke one another if one of us is going off, or if we're doing something that's, that's hindering the process. Okay? Comfort the feeble-minded. Those that are weak. Comfort those that are weak. That feel as though that, that just lose hope, and they're just about ready to give up. Comfort them. Let them know that there is hope. You just got to keep fighting. No matter how damn tired you get, you got to keep fighting. Verse 15, and also says support the weak. Comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, man. And be patient toward all men. Okay? And that's the biggest battle of all, is patience. Patience is a virtue for a reason, man, because I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, that that there are people that you have little to no patience for, because you know how they are, they get on your nerves, whatnot. But you have to understand, man, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is testing us in every little thing. Okay, don't ignore the little stuff. As the scriptures say, be not ignorant of any matter, small or great. I think that's, before I continue on 1 Thessalonians, I think, yep, there we go. Sirach, chapter 5, verse 15. And it says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. Okay? And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, okay? As I've always been told, but now it's becoming more and more clear, pay attention to the little stuff. Because the little stuff, if you let that shit slide, it all adds up into the big stuff. And then it's going to really become a problem later. Okay? Pay attention to the small details, because those are the details that most people miss. And I admit that to myself. There were times where I've missed a lot of shit that if I was paying attention or if I was listening, I could have avoided a lot of stuff. Okay? And like I said, the truth hurts. Yes, it hurts my spirit, but you know what? It's for my own good. It's to let me, it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua let me know, like, look, now that you know where you're lacking, work on it. Okay? And that goes for all of us that are in this truth, man. Not just me. Okay? Because, how about, as the scripture says, a righteous man falleth 7 times and get, so we have to keep fighting no matter how many times we fall. We're going to, yes, in the midst of Jacob's trouble, we're going to have to pay more and more attention as things get more and more, more out of control. Be more mindful of how we move and what we do. Your faith and your logical thinking is going to have to be activated at 100%. Okay? So, you got to be, you really got to, Jacob's trouble is a time when, when the real test begins, man, you really got to be on your A game. Okay? 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, and I'll start back at verse 14, and it says, "Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient toward all men." Verse 15, "See that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men." Okay, so none of that getting even shit. Okay, just because someone did you wrong doesn't mean you have to reward them with evil. Okay, as the scriptures say, "Vengeance is mine, I shall repay, saith the Lord." So, because the moment you try to take matters into your own hands, and when you're about to make your move, something fucked up happens, and there you go. Now you're in trouble. Okay? And trust me, there's gonna be there's times like that where you get screwed over by somebody or whatever the case, and you want to get back at that individual for whatever it was that they did to you. But you have to realize, if you do this, like I said, we're still under the curses. So we have to be, like I said, we have to be mindful in what we do, because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is watching us. Okay? Send up them prayers. Pray to the Lord to take care of it. Curse these individuals. Okay? Let Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai get them. Trust me, man. That's part of having faith. Sure, he may not get them right away, but guess what? He's going to get them eventually. Trust me. All these heathens, including the 2/3 of our people, all the bullshit that they did to us, the Lord is going to get them in their due time. He's going to get them. Okay, verse 16. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 16 said, "Rejoice evermore. Pray without ceasing." 18, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of the Most High, for the will of Yahweh in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach concerning you." So give thanks, man. Learn to be grateful for everything. Be grateful that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai still has you here. Be grateful that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has had mercy on you thus far. Be grateful that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, wakes you up every day, gives you rest. Give thanks to him for keeping you going. Roughly paraphrasing, by him all things consist. Without him, what do we have? Nothing. So be thankful that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is fighting for you. Okay? He is fighting for you, Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and the speckled bird, whose father's seed line goes back. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is fighting for you, the ones that he had mercy on, okay? Those that he woke up to this truth, okay? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is fighting for you. Remember that, man. He's our power. He is our power, okay? Don't forget that. This is Proverbs 18 and Proverbs 18 and 10. "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe." See? The name of the Lord is a strong tower. And then a tower is basically a wall of defense. And the righteous runneth into it and are safe. Okay? Call upon the name. Call upon the name, man. In all truth and sincerity, he will hear you. Proverbs 18 and 11. "The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as an high wall in his own conceit." Okay? So the people of this world, their great defense is having money. And we all know that the money here don't mean anything. And if I remember, just going back to an article that I've seen, I believe, if I remember correctly, the American dollar has lost over 60% of its wealth, of its spending power. America is third world country status right now. And a lot of Americans can't see it. And you know, going back to, I got to go back and watch this video that was like a week old, from you know, saying that you know, Klaus Schwab said that billions of people are going to perish in the year 2025, next year. So, you know, whether this winter is going to be the dark winter that we were warned about, or, you know, whenever, or just whenever things start popping off. But even what's his name? Oh, Kill Bill Gates. You know, there was a video on Rumble that I was gonna watch. You know, it said that, you know, he was gonna have there was gonna be another lockdown. I'm just gonna say shutdown before the election. So, like I said, we'll see what goes on. We'll see what happens, but you know, like I said, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is gonna be the only thing you need. So, and it says here, verse 12, Proverbs 18:12, before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. So, before the destruction, the heart of man is haughty. Haughty meaning what? Prideful, arrogant, high-minded. And that's what a lot of these people are. And they don't realize that, you know, and that's the thing too, is that people that are prideful, they are in denial about themselves, about their own weaknesses. They think that they're good as they are, but they're not. Okay? So, go back to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. All right. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 19. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying, prove all things, hold fast that which is good, abstain from all appearance of evil. Verse 23. And the very power of peace sanctify you wholly, and I pray the Most High, your whole spirit and soul and body be preserved blameless unto the coming of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay? So quench not the spirit, man. Despise not prophesying. Prove all things. Okay? Let the spirit flow. You know, occupy yourself in prophecy. Focus on prophecy. And abstain from improve all things. Okay? Whenever you make a claim or you say something, prove it. And abstain from all appearance of evil. Okay, according to this book, we know what's right and what's wrong. Lord willing, you know, that we may be preserved blameless into the coming of our Lord, you know. Do all that we can to stand in the midst of this perverse nation, man. All right, and that's all I had on this. Lord willing, that this camp was edifying to the body and to the sincere believers and listeners. Go ahead and face the east and give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Rachak Wadash. I'd like to give double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. and unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning, and unto the Ba'ath Dabadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharallah, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom, Barakatam.